Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Avery and today I will be doing the binge reading book tag. This is an original book tag that I have created myself. I had a lot of fun making this tag and this was somewhat inspired by me binging Bones right now, the TV show Bones. Again, I've binged it so many times. I love it so much and that kind of inspired this book tag. So without further ado, let's get started. The first question is, what series are you desperately wanting to binge? And for this one, I'm going to have to go with the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor. I know that I've talked about the first book, Daughter of Smoke and Bone, on my channel before, and I did read this, I believe, in 2017, and I really enjoyed it, but it's been months and I have yet to read the rest of the series, and I've kind of forgotten what has happened in this book since then, so I would love to just devote some time to me just binging all three books all at once. I mean, that would be fantastic. So this book starts out with random black handprints appearing on random doors throughout the world, who were scorched there by winged strangers who come down through a slit in the sky. And in this book, we meet our main character, Karu, who is a young artist who lives in Prague and is involved with otherworldly beings. She fills her sketchbook with monsters that may or may not be real, speaks so many languages, and has blue hair that actually grows blue from her head. But she doesn't know necessarily who she is. She doesn't know where she came from, who her parents are. She knows nothing about her origin. But then things get a little complicated when an angel called Akiva sets his eyes on her. That's a general summary for this book. There's obviously more complicated occurrences that happen, and I absolutely loved it. I just thought it was unfortunate that I didn't find time to read the whole series all at once, because I don't really remember all that much besides like the summary part of it for the book, so I would love to find time to binge this entire series. Question number 2 is, which book do you think everyone should stop what they're doing and immediately read? And for this one, I'm going to have to go with The Problem with Forever by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is I want to say it's categorized as young adult romance / coming of age novel, and it is amazing. I think everyone should read it. It's not just like a romance book. It's about a woman discovering who she is and how she can speak her mind and let her voice be free. For some people, silence is a weapon. For Mallory Dodge, aka Mouse, it's a shield. Growing up, she learned that the best way to survive was to say nothing at all. So Mallory doesn't really talk to a lot of people. She has a hard time communicating with others because she was abused by her foster dad when she was younger, and her foster brother Ryder was also abused and helped her through the nightmare that was their foster home. Then one day she gets rescued and evidently gets adopted, and the story starts out with her going to public school for the first time since she has been homeschooled all the way up till I want to say sophomore year. And on her first day of school, her old foster brother Ryder appears out of nowhere, and it sparks their relationship back up again, and it is amazing. She learns to find her voice, and she learns to communicate with people, and she learns to trust people, and it is gorgeous and amazing. I think that everyone should read this book. Question number 3 is, which author would you love to binge read all of their books? And for this one, I'm going to have to go with Colleen Hoover. As you can see, I've read 4 of her books so far, but she has so many more, and I would love to just binge read all of them. I love her writing style, and I think she's just an amazing person overall, and I love her stories, and they like bring me tears, they bring me joy. Like, I just want to read more from her. Question number 4 is, name the most recent book you've read in one sitting. And for this one, I'm going to have to go with We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Now, I read this a month or 2 ago, I believe. It's in one of my wrap-ups for 2018. It is only 225 pages, so I did fly through it, but I totally binged this book all in one sitting because I needed to know what happened. I DNF'd this book a couple years ago because I think I found a more interesting book at the time for me. Randomly, a couple months ago, I just decided to pick it up because it's a short book and I just wanted to read a book, you know what I mean? So I picked it up and immediately got sucked in and needed to know the entire story, and by the end, I was so happy that I read that book all in one sitting because, oh my gosh, that story. Question number 5 is, which character would you love to binge watch a TV show with? And for this question, I'm going to have to go with Cress by Marissa Meyer. This is the 3rd book in the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, and I chose Cress because If you didn't know, Cress is very much into dramas on TV. That's what she spends her time doing all day long in her little space pod before she gets rescued. So I just feel like she would be an amazing person to binge watch a TV show with because she's done it basically her whole life. So she's experienced it. She probably knows a lot about TV, so it would be a good choice probably. Question number 6 is, what is the latest you've ever stayed up to finish a book, and which book was it? So this is actually more recent for me. I think a couple days ago this happened for me. I first want to say I don't pull all-nighters. I know a bunch of people have, or they've done readathons where they like stay up for 24 hours and read a book, and that's probably what most people will choose as their book time, is that they've stayed up till what, like 8 o'clock in the morning to finish a book. That's not the case for me. I need my sleep, so I've never pulled an all-nighter, and I don't think I've ever stayed up reading a book past 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, I haven't. Yeah, this happened a couple days ago. I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning a couple days ago listening to Heart of the Fae by Emma Hamm. This is basically a retelling of Beauty and the Beast with the Fae involved. I just want to say this is probably my favorite Beauty and the Beast retelling that I've ever read. I'm confidently saying that. Like, it is beautiful. Like, I love it so much, and I just listen to it. Yeah, I listen to it. That's why I don't have the physical book, is because I listen to it on Audible. Oh my lord, it is so good. It is so good. I just got sucked into the story. It has like the fae fantasy elements to it that I love. It wasn't like info dumpy at all for the world building or anything. Like, it like gradually worked its way through about how we should picture this world and these people. And anyway, I had to stay up so late to finish it because I just wanted it done. Like, I needed to know what happened, and I have the second book downloaded on my Kindle app because they don't have an audio book out yet for the second book, which is sad because I love the narrator so much, and I totally recommend an audiobook if you're into audiobooks because I love it so much. I already downloaded the second book and I need to read it soon. So this is probably the latest I've ever stayed up to read a book, which 4 a.m. is kind of sad because I know some people have stayed up literally till 8 o'clock in the morning to read a book, but I need my sleep. And question number 7 is, which series is totally worth binge reading? And for this one, I'm going to have to go with the Kiss of Deception trilogy by Mary E. Pearson. I know that there is a book missing here. That is because I still don't own the second book because I listened to it on audio. Yeah, I just don't have it. But I have these two, so I'll hold up the first book for now. But basically, this is a story where a princess is kind of like forced into an arranged marriage, but like she doesn't want to be in an arranged marriage. She wants to be free, so then she basically leaves her kingdom, leaves her town and country to go hide and basically live a normal life like she wants to, until one day 2 men appear out of nowhere, and one happens to be the assassin sent to kill her, and the other is the prince who is her betrothed. So you kind of have to figure out who is who in this first book, and you just get sucked in, and binging all 3 of them is absolutely fantastic. One of my best friends, I recommended this series to her, and she read all 3 books, I think, in like 3 or 4 days because she was just so obsessed. And I was like, girl, I feel you, because when I read the first book, the only 2 books that were out were the first and second book, so I had to wait a couple months for The Beauty of Darkness to come out. I read this hunky-doozy, big-ass book. I didn't listen to it like the other 2 because, like, I just needed it and the audiobook wasn't out yet, so I had to read it. Which, it was weird reading the last book in a series when you listen to all the ones beforehand. But anyway, I still think everyone should binge this book or binge listen to this book. It is like, it's so good. It just keeps getting better and better and better after each novel. And I'm sad that it's over because, yeah, it's a trilogy, but this is totally worth binge reading, and my friends can attest to that because many of them have binge read this series. The final question, question number 8, is to tag some fellow binge readers. And I'm going to basically be tagging almost all of the small booktubers that I'm subscribed to. I really want to share the love for this tag and know what everyone is binge reading. So I will leave everyone's names / links down below if you want to know if you were tagged. And even if I personally did not tag you, I recommend that you go do this tag. I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope that y'all have fun answering the questions. And I also want to know if any of y'all are binge watching a TV show right now, since I am totally obsessed with rewatching Bones. I want to know what y'all are watching as well, if y'all are into binge watching TV shows. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see y'all soon with a new video. Bye.